Welcome to the Beer Buds After Dark.
All right.
I hope you guys fucking enjoy this mystery day we have today for you. We got a special guest. Well, I don't know if it's a special guest. This is a scary episode. This is gonna be Japoipo telling us some scary shit.
Daniel.
And Beer Buds Daniel.
I think, but Jeffrey should be the lead researcher. He should have a cool I don't know.
I don't want to be the lead researcher because I feel like there's going to be a lot of people poking holes into this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, possibly. Me and Coco.
Amateur.
You've done more research than I have.
Me and Coco are coming in this dark, and we're kind of we're gonna be spooked out, guys. We're gonna be scared. You hear that in the background? We got some scary ghosts. We got some fucking spirits up in here, boys and girls.
I'm waiting for
You're
it.
a good producer, Carla.
I'm
And
excited for
today,
it.
That's good. That's good.
I hope you guys don't get scared. Have your friend, have your teddy bear right next to you, because we're about to get real deep into cryptids. Specifically, today is the Mothman.
Yeah, we're
Throwing it over to Japoipo.
Yeah, honestly, you guys are probably gonna lose some brain cells.
That's
Get
okay.
ready for this. Take a couple of shots. Drink some beers.
I did my shot already.
Smoke a bowl,
Yep.
maybe.
Oh, let me pour my beer out.
already
I
did
want to
that.
drink while it's sipping.
Not the
Get ready
smoking the
for
bowl
this.
part, but taking the shots part.
I think the important part is we gotta be drinking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got another drink?
Not necessarily, but I always like sipping through it.
No,
But
no,
yeah.
we have to because this is called the Beer Buds Investigate.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
An
shit.
affiliation.
Oh, no!
For those who
Collateral
can't see
damage.
it, Beer Buds Carlos just
Watch on YouTube and like, hey, when on my laptop?
sprinkled all his electronics with a beer when he cracked it open.
Did you guys shake this shit?
I hope
Here, you open it, dude.
I hope you're okay with
Do it-
looking like
do it
you
over the
needed to
sink.
go to
I
the
feel like it's
bathroom
gonna-
because
Is it really
that's what
gonna
it looks
I
like.
think so. It's gonna pop up again. All right, no, I had. Oh, I went on
So,
the thing though.
what
I
is
need a
this?
towel.
Though? This is like a sub-show part of the Beer Buds
Yeah.
network.
We're calling it the Beer Buds After Dark. That's what we're calling it. I do need a towel though, Coco. Can you give me a towel because I'm like wet?
A sink?
Yeah.
Or the counter.
Yeah, we'll call it After Dark. Oh my god, that should jump. It even went in my face a little bit.
Throw it.
All right, we good though.
It's hard to pour out of these crawler cans.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, it went everywhere. I'm like cleaning my laptop. It's on accident. I'm cleaning.
We're not affiliated with
It's on accident. So Trump is on my computer because it was like it was our July 4th special.
32
Remember?
ounces?
Yeah, I remember.
What's what is it? 8 ounces? Per
Oh
person?
man.
How much is it? 32? Oh my gosh.
All right.
All right, let's go.
So speaking of this is the Beer Buds Investigate.
Yeah.
Mothman, episode 1, baby. Let's
Yes.
This is actually the official Beer Buds After Dark episode 1 episode. Yeah.
go. So
What's the
just
timeline
wanna-
here, Jeff?
timeline.
Or are we doing timeline first? Or
What do
my
you
bad,
mean
my
timeline?
bad, my bad.
Oh, well, we'll get to it. We'll get to
Okay.
it. So I just want to acknowledge our sources and reference.
Oh.
So for me, I was looking at the Mothman, America's Notorious Winged Monster by Monstrum, host and writer Dr. Amelia Zarka. So we got a doctor.
Nice.
Looking-
Legit.
Oh, doctor.
Yeah, so this isn't just some
Doctor.
random basement dwelling pot smoker looking into Mothman. We got some doctors looking into
Damn.
And this was done by Spotson PBS Digital Studios. And so we also have The Case of Chicago Mothman by Robbie Telford. This is from the NPR.org. Did you want to have any of your references?
I do, yeah. Mine is John Keel,
Oh my. All right.
Mothman Prophecies. I also want to cite Richard Gere.
Richard Gere. Is that an actor? Right?
Yeah.
That,
from,
you're talking about the movie,
I'm
right?
talking about the movie.
I love
Oh.
how someone has a doctor references and the other person has like some random guy and an actor.
He's not a
Keel-
random guy. He's not
No,
a
John
random-
Keel is a paranormal investigator and what is it? A journalist?
He's
as
a
well?
journalist, yeah, freelancer.
All right,
Okay.
so let's begin. So let's begin with the synopsis of Mothman. You guys probably just heard of Mothman, but you guys don't really know.
I've never,
Never
I
have heard of Mothman.
nothing.
It sounds like a fucking guy dressing up in a
it sounds
costume.
like a
It's
superhero, actually.
To be honest, I've never really looked into Mothman. I thought it was the guy who versus Godzilla.
Oh,
You mean Mothra?
Mothra, yeah.
Mothra is a female,
No,
first
but-
of all. And it's not a man at all.
That's just to show you.
Fucking the beer gun in my eye from earlier.
Wow.
Wait, do you want to rinse your eyes out?
I'm good.
Totally
You
different.
want to take a little 5-minute break?
No, I'm good. Continue with Mothman.
Well, yeah,
Let's listen.
that's just-
I'm curious about
That's
this. I
to
want to
show you
know.
how
But no, I never heard it.
ignorant I was.
Okay.
So, Mothman, picture him, he's just, a moth, humanoid looking. Let's begin with his physical characters, size and shape. And this is from the NPR.org website.
Oh, okay.
He's between 6 and 10 feet tall with a 10+ foot wingspan.
What the
That's actually not that big. Just sorry. I just want to.
6 to 10?
No.
That's a big humanoid.
Because you have 6 foot people and like you said, 10-foot wingspan, right? The 10-foot wingspan is more impressive, but
Okay.
it's not as big as I would expect a like creature to be.
You said
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
That's
it.
6 to
Yeah,
10 feet high.
That's it.
I thought you said 6 to 10 feet high.
He did.
6 to 7 feet tall, yeah.
Yeah, he said
10
that.
feet high is
Yeah, but
huge.
6 to 10, that's the max, right? So I mean, I don't know.
I do
But-
want to point out, maybe you should bring out. Do you have a sandhill crane
All right,
slide
yeah, I was
later?
going to get to it.
Yeah, no.
Pictures
Okay,
of
later.
Mothman
Keep
will
doing your thing, yeah.
Yeah, this is just a
I just want to.
synopsis of
I just wanted to intervene. I would
So-
expect the creature to be bigger. That was it.
Yeah. We'll show pictures of it. What
Yeah.
what people in 1966 thought of it.
Cool.
So its species has been compared to a big owl, a pterosaur, or a bat.
What?
Its eye color is red eyes, green eyes, yellow eyes, orange eyes. They've all been reported, and probably all other colors too. So basically, everyone's saying its eye color is basically the rainbow. Others reported features of fur, leather-like skin, bat wings, and no neck. So it's just like a moth, like one body with wings. So, what is it?
What is
So,
that? I don't know what that is.
Possibly, people have confused it with a barred owl, a shite poke, a sandhill crane, drone costume, and Chicago cryptid. The drone costume, have you guys ever seen people put on like this Grim Reaper outfit on a drone and they just fly it around and people start freaking out, especially have it in like some rural areas. They're like, what is that, a demon just flying on the sky? So, a lot of people think this is like a prank. Mothman's just a prank people just like fool around in the middle of the night with. So behavior. Mothman is caught screaming, flying towards lakes, disappearing, going really fast, portending, I don't know, I'm not a Webster, this is all from NPR,
Okay.
and looking at people with eyeballs.
I think they're referring to his like
What?
glowing red eyes.
I mean, like, what else would you be looked at other than eyeballs?
This is from NPR.org. Mothman was alleged its diet. So far, all they've seen is that it's eaten a German Shepherd. So, its diet, German Shepherd. So far, I'm pretty sure it eats other things.
That's because I think the German Shepherd disappeared in that particular
Oh.
encounter, so they never found the German Shepherd.
So they eat dogs, in other words.
We know.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We know that for sure dogs are in its diet.
Wow.
So dog.
According to NPR.
I mean,
According
like,
to
if
NPR.org.
if it was just German
NPR
Shepherds,
should
that
not
would
be a
very
source that we go to
true.
for cryptids.
Why not?
Well,
NPR
I mean-
is one of those sites that people
Well,
do research.
Yeah, NPR is National Public Radio, right? So I mean, NPR is not necessarily a bad one. You would want to cross reference, but I'm okay with this because it's Mothman. Either way, it's a mythical creature.
Well, the first off, okay, all right, guys. Well, we will see at the end of the
This
episode. which
motherfucker
is-
doesn't exist, guy.
All right, so we're gonna begin with the first sightings of Mothman.
Oh shit!
Okay.
The first, I guess, recorded sighting, November 12, 1966, in Clendenin, West Virginia. Gravediggers saw a man with wings flying over them. How about that? In the middle of the night. This
Fucking
is just-
West
well,
Virginia?
we don't know yet, though. This is just, they just saw a humanoid-like
Okay.
creature
That's
just flying
just
up.
sleep deprivation.
Possibly. But this is the actual, so in November 15, 1966, there's two young couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry, Steve and Mary Malik, driving around a TNT area facility. This is West Virginia, West Point. They see it, they're driving middle of the night on the road. They see a man. Linda could not see any heads or arms in the headlights, but she did see glowing red eyes staring back at her.
Wow.
As they were driving towards this humanoid-like being, it jumped up, flew away, and creeped out. They drove away. They got onto Route 62. This humanoid-like figure came back and was chasing them at 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There you go, guys.
I'm sorry.
So Mothman has been associated to be around this TNT area. And
Wait,
every
what's
time
CNT? Sorry to interrupt, but what's
I don't know what it stands
So-
for. All I know is
Yeah, really?
So
Okay.
I think just to go back and I guess a little context of the location. So this is West Virginia, and it's really close. The closest town is Point Pleasant, right?
Point Pleasant.
Yeah,
I think
Point
you're right.
Pleasant.
Yeah, because I was calling it West Point.
Yeah, so Point Pleasant, and this is like 66. So they started having this TNT plant is supposed to be.
There you go.
Remember, it was
It was like for atomic bombs.
Yeah, basically Cold War shit. So they were hiding. Like the U.S. was, they had a bunch of bases everywhere, and this is one of those bases. It was a secret base. So on top
Okay,
of this,
so possibly like military research.
Exactly,
Possibly,
yeah.
yes.
Research
Okay.
with material that infected the groundwater because of like what they were doing with it. Nobody knows what was going on.
So,
Only the government knows.
I just searched this up because I'm always curious about sometimes this stuff. But the Clifton F. McClintic Wildlife Management Area, known as locally as the TNT area, so that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it was known for
Yeah.
afterwards.
It's a naturalized area located in Mason County, about 5 miles north of Point Pleasant. There you go.
Yeah. So they were basically these kids that Jeffrey was talking about, the Scarberry and whatever. They were driving their like 1950 something Chevy, and hitting 100 miles an hour, being chased by this fucking crazy winged bat looking motherfucker, right? And like back then, these cars hardly got up to 100 miles an hour, right? So I don't even know like
Yeah.
if it could hit that.
I don't know either.
But
Heavy cars.
Yeah, but they were basically making out, right? In the middle, like 5 miles from
I
the
think
town.
it probably hit 60, 70. There's no way it hit 100.
But they claimed to hit 100, and then the Mothman kept up with them without batting its wings. Some shit like that.
What?
This is,
Drunk or on some type of drugs or something.
Nah.
Maybe
Well,
this is
I
the
mean,
60s,
let's
though.
listen
You're
to
in
it.
the
I'm
60s.
curious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The 60s is right around the 70s.
Yeah,
This is
maybe.
before LSD, though.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, there's other things that can make you wig out like that. Like
I don't know, in the
shrooms.
60s?
There's multiple
Yeah.
reportings that every time people drive around that TNT area, they get scratches on their car.
Oh, shit. I didn't know about that. That's fucking crazy. That's creepy, dude.
But no, I'm
It's
curious
specifically
though.
on top of like the hood.
Yeah.
What's the top part of the car? What do you call that?
The roof?
Yeah,
The moonroof or the sunroof?
Yeah, just the roof.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, no, but I mean that sounds interesting either way.
All right,
It's just,
you guys ready to get spooked
Let's
on?
do it.
This is from the news article from November 15, 1966.
Okay.
This is what the two young married couples described what Mothman looked like, and so this is the drawing of the original Mothman. You guys ready? Don't get spooked.
Yeah.
Don't get too spooked.
I'll make sure to
Oh,
show it up here on the
that's
podcast. If you guys are watching on YouTube, Twitch, or live or Facebook, you can actually see the actual video. If not, you'll be listening to this on the podcast. You won't be able to see it, but if you are, you're gonna be able to see it, and I'll show it once he shows it.
All right, you guys ready? Don't get too spooked. Boom! Check this out. Everyone's cars.
Is that really the original sketch, dude? That looks like a
That-
fucking anime character in
That
like
is
some
from
video.
the original 1950 or 1966 November 16 article.
Really?
Wow, that looks like
That's-
a blob with angel wings.
Honestly, it's kind of cute looking.
It looks like a Pokemon.
but you can imagine 1960. These people were horrified.
Hitmonchamp, dude. Like the...
I mean,
The face.
people back then were really scared of the first actual video of a train because they
That's
thought it was
true.
coming towards them and gonna kill them.
Like King Kong.
People back then were dumb.
like the King Kong claymation, people were like freaking out. They had to leave the theater.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
that's
like,
crazy.
it's not impressive at all.
Let's check out some modern Mothman sightings.
Yeah.
This is what.
Okay, that's
Well,
more impressive.
These are what some sightings people drew upon. This is
Okay,
actually
alright.
erected in a.
Point Pleasant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty looking.
Yeah, it looks pretty sick.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like a-
awesome, like a art show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but people kind of don't know if he's a evil figure, or if he's someone who's actually trying to warn people of these disasters.
Oh yeah, I'd like to say something too. So before the sightings even started happening of Mothman, there's another, like, John Keel, which is the paranormal investigator guy. He's really like intertwined with the story because he wrote a book. I think it took him like over 10 years to write, and he was investigating these Mothman sightings. So as soon as he got to this like little town, he started experiencing these weird, I guess, he was in communication with this person who called himself Indrid Cold, and this dude's like connected to like UFO sightings. And in 1965, in around the same area outside of Point Pleasant, there was a bunch of UFO sightings. And then Keel, which is the investigator, he started, when investigating Mothman, the people in and around the town started telling him about the UFOs they were experiencing, I guess, these interactions with these crazy UFOs. And apparently, like, a lot of people ran into this dude who's like this weird Men in Black type of person.
He looks like the Joker.
Yeah, it's fucking creepy because it's like that uncanny valley where he's not a real 100% human.
I know exactly.
He's trying to look,
but he's trying to be human.
Yeah.
But something's wrong with this guy, right?
Yeah, it's off.
He's off, right?
Somewhat.
And yeah, so this dude, he was telling Keel and warning him about different, like, I guess, before I spoil some shit, like he would, I guess premonitions is a good way of saying it. He would tell him of disasters that were going to happen, but it didn't make sense to Keel at the time until like the story started unraveling later.
Okay.
Wait.
Damn.
So I have the picture up here for everybody to see if you're watching it on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. It's down there. So this is the original. What is the updated version? Just because I can show it now. The original version is shown at the bottom right corner of the screen.
You could Google Point Pleasant Mothman statue. This
Mothman,
is probably the most
Point
modern representation of Mothman.
Okay.
This looks like a bat.
It looks pretty cool.
So can I see your?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
I think it's the red eyes.
So this is the
Yeah,
current. If you guys don't know, this is the current representation. Of
Yeah,
what
NPR
Mothman
had it where
currently looks
multiple eye colors were seen or reported, but it seems like the red eyes is the main color of his eyes that people report.
Apparently, the red eyes, it gave the contactees like conjunctivitis, which is pink eye.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That I did not know.
that's in the Keel book.
I mean, pink eye you get from like what? A bacteria?
It's such a different representation compared to 1966. Sorry to interrupt.
Well,
That's
he looks
also-
ripped, dude.
No, it's okay.
He does look ripped.
They try to make him sexy.
Wait, what? See?
So I gotta
See
ask you
this
guys:
guy.
do you too personally believe that Mothman exists?
You want to go first, Daniel? No, because you know what? I want to save it for the end. What I conclude.
Oh yeah. Save it for the end. Save it for the end. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Damn, that's a good set of abs.
All right, so let's move on.
You know, Trump apparently tweeted about the Mothman.
No way. What'd he say? What'd he say?
It says why Trump is tweeting about the Mothman.
Why is he tweeting
No
about
fucking
the Mothman?
way. Trump tweeted about the Mothman Festival. Here's why West Virginia celebrates
that's
a
the
winged
festival.
humanoid cryptoid.
Oh, okay.
Dude, he looks kind of cool.
There's a festival.
I'll be honest, Mothman looks kind of cool.
It's an annual festival.
Oh,
It brings
is
about
there a festival for Bigfoot or
Here-
the Loch Ness Monster?
maybe.
If you believe
there
in
should be?
physics, though, here's the weird thing about it. Why is there holes in his wings? If this is a realistic interpretation of what Mothman should be, he wouldn't be able to fly, right?
Yeah, technically he wouldn't, right?
So,
Bro, you questioning Mothman's ability?
I mean, it also depends on his exoskeleton. If the exoskeleton
maybe he doesn't
was
weigh a
really
lot, but then
light.
he's not that scary. You could probably crush that dude because he's
If he
probably like
flies
30
100 miles
pounds.
per hour. He could pick you up, fly you into a wall.
But what if he weighs like 30 pounds? Because that's the only way he would be able to carry himself, right? He has to be pretty light.
Yeah, he does have to.
You
be
think you could take
much
on
lighter.
Mothman?
Yeah,
bro?
dude. I got a gun.
He doesn't have much weight.
No, I am curious though. Continue with your thing. Sorry, I was
All
just
right,
I was
so
commenting
we'll
on
talk
that.
about the Mothman, where
That looks cool.
where it
yeah.
lives,
We'll move this.
reportedly.
Oh, shit.
So next to that TNT facility is a vacant power plant. And so the reports were in that vacant power plant, there were boilers, and there was a bunch of pigeons living in those boilers, except for in one of the boilers. And so, everyone kind of found it creepy that why is one boiler empty? Why do none of those pigeons want to reside in it? And so there's reports that Mothman lives in this vacant power plant. So this power plant was a top secret government facility who would hire from the neighboring town. And, I just saw neighboring town. I figured it was
Galapagos?
I thought it was Point Pleasant. I'm not sure because it's right next to the TNT facility.
So then there's two towns that are associated with it's Galapagos and Point Pleasant. And apparently Galapagos is the first sighting of Mothman.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think that's what they're referring to.
Is that West Virginia also?
Yes. Both West Virginia. Yeah.
Okay.
Galapagos. Something like that.
All right. So this power plant, yeah, I don't know what this power plant for. It was government based. I don't know if it was associated also with the atomic bomb, just like the TNT facility was.
Well, I think it's also part of like nuclear, like I don't know if it's like a nuclear plant or nuclear research.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Something
sure
like
they
that.
kind of both supplied each other with whatever supplies they needed.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't think we can look that shit up.
Yeah, because
it's government. It's like Area 51,
Yeah.
where it's very vague.
Yeah, I believe that because the video I was watching, all they gave us was the bus. There was a bus that picked up people from the towns. Like no one could drive to work. This bus had to drive the employees, and it'll drop them off the facility. And the facility had nothing but black windows, so you can't see anything. Yeah, and I guess they probably don't even know how to get there. I guess
it is like Area 51.
Yeah, because that's how they do with Area 51. Yeah, you don't know how to get there, and
that's crazy.
So can you visit this?
Classified.
Can you visit this vacant power plant?
Possibly, because I think, like you said earlier when you looked it up, it was given to like a natural reserve.
Yeah.
So it's just I guess like a public park almost. Well, not national park. National reserve? I don't know if there's a difference.
I don't know. That's crazy.
So then the idea is that this was this a person before? Was that something you guys already?
No, well, I'll get to it.
Okay.
In my slides, I'll describe what the scientific background people probably thought it was. I think Daniel has a different approach of what it might be.
No, continue. Yeah.
So, town sightings. So, following after November 15th sighting, this is when it started snowballing, where people just started saying they were seeing a mysterious humanoid-like creature just flying around. And so, it's just, it's kind of coincidental. Like, oh, someone sees it? All right, then I guess I saw it too. And so this town had over, Point Pleasant had over 100 witnesses, and they'd all say it's this humanoid-like creature was large as or larger than a big man. The wings had no feather, and it could take off straight up, so it could just launch straight up 100 miles per hour.
That's crazy. Like instant lift.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. And so
straight up.
Yeah, this town started just. I mean, I'll get into it, but it was like mass hysteria, and so newspapers started writing about it, and they started coining what this human-like creature was. So originally, Mothman was coined the name from an anonymous Ohio editor, taking from the name Batman. So, you just add man to something.
Yeah.
So it looked like a moth. They just said Mothman. And so other names for it was like Winged Man, and some other nerd was Mason Bird Monster, and he was trying to make it happen. And that was never going to happen.
Yeah, that sounds way too stupid. It's too long too.
And that was supposed to be its official name, but people still went with Mothman.
Mothman sounds cool.
Yeah, and because people were so into Batman back then, because that's where it originally came from was Batman, Mothman.
Oh no, it sounds like people.
Well, not just that. Like when a name is too long, it just won't stay.
Yeah, I'm not saying Mason Bird Monster.
Yeah, exactly. Stupid.
People are just getting excited.
Yeah, so from that first article, November 16, 1966. With that two young couples, all of a sudden, this whole town social hysteria phenomenon may have occurred to Point Pleasant. So all these people, they believe they saw Mothman, or they knew, quote unquote, knew someone who's seen Mothman. And this snowball effect made Mothman notorious in the United States.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Even though it's just localized in
Virginia.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
What if it was
that was something I was going to question.
Story from that, that the town just to make it popular. And
Well, again, that's what the snowball effect is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll get into it.
It makes
but
sense.
It
Yeah.
seemed like the town didn't want Mothman.
Oh, okay. All right. Explain yourself.
I mean, it
Yeah,
makes
we'll
sense
get
though.
into it.
I mean, he says snowball effect, which makes sense. Like the more and more people believe, especially a group of people believe in something, and
Yeah.
it's heard about. Like, yeah, it's a snowball effect.
Yeah.
Like 1966, that's when UFOs started getting kind of popular too.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Oh,
After
we're
World
getting
War
in that
II.
same area. Okay.
so everyone's seeing, around this time, everyone's starting to say, "Oh yeah, I saw Mothman." So during this time, so many people were trying to hunt down Mothman, and this led to an event where I guess the sightings of Mothman started to hinder, and there was a tragic event called the Silver Bridge collapse, and this is what caused Mothman to not be quote unquote seen as much. So this bridge collapsed in December 15, 1967. This is a bridge that connected Ohio and West Virginia, and it took place over the Ohio River. So when it collapsed,
Yeah, it was crazy.
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah,
I just read it.
when it collapsed, people claimed they saw Mothman on the bridge. And, there's a group of people who believe Mothman was trying to warn people of the bridge collapse. And other people believe Mothman was there to cause the destruction of the bridge.
I believe
It's just his presence causes disaster. It's not like Mothman specifically like, oh, I'm gonna fuck up this bridge. I'm gonna hammer down this cement, concrete. No, he just appears and disaster happens. And so when it collapsed, 64 people plunged into the river, 46 people died.
So,
And-
People were
did
missing.
46 people really actually die?
Yeah,
That is such a high amount of people that died from a bridge collapse. That is a
Yeah.
really high
Well,
ratio.
It's because a lot of
That
people
is insane.
commuted.
Yeah.
It was a commuter bridge.
And yeah, so ever since that collapse, people are like, no more Mothman. We can't do Mothman anymore. Like, this is causing like people to go crazy right now.
Wait, that was the turning point? That was the turning point for them to go like, oh no, now we don't believe in Mothman.
Yeah, they just didn't
What?
want.
I'll
Doesn't
be
make
honest.
any
I'm in the
sense.
belief that Mothman was there to warn, because I find it hard to believe that a 6 to 10 foot person or moth person, right, could cause a bridge collapse. So
Yeah.
a warning sounds more believable than a cause.
Carlos, you might be right, because when he was quote unquote seen on the bridge, it was 13 days later the bridge collapsed. It wasn't like an immediate collapse.
Yeah, that's very interesting because a lot of theories.
And construction was shoddy
for-
back then too.
Well, the thing about the bridge collapse too is that it was like a defect in fabrication that had already been, like, it was already fucked up. Like parts of the bridge
Yeah.
were fucked up.
Yeah, shoddy construction back
You're
then
right.
too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here we have the cause of the Silver Bridge collapse. It was a single eye bar fractured and caused a chain of catastrophic failures that led to bridge to collapse. So yeah, when they made the bridge, it was already kind of, or maybe, some micro vibrations with cars driving over it caused the fracture to propagate in, the structure of the metal. But still, it was there. It was a flaw, intrinsic material flaw.
And going back to like what Carlos said, that he thinks Mothman was warning everyone.
Yeah.
A lot of people do think that because he kept, well, not him in particular, but a lot of things, like from the first sightings of Mothman, everybody had this like weird, like anxiety feeling.
Yeah.
Right. Apparently, like everybody who saw him and the whole town, it was kind of like an eerie 13 months.
Yeah, it felt like a sickness.
Something was going to happen.
I think that would go back to like, that MIB thing you were going to bring up where, when they see a Men in Black figure, people think Men in Black, they think, to the Men in Black, the movie Will Smith, but Men in Black are some nefarious, creepy looking figures. And when they go into your sight, they're these tall, lanky looking pale guys, and they're in your sight, you feel sick.
Yeah, you get like it's almost like a fight or flight thing. Right?
Yeah, they emit some sort of energy.
Yeah, so and that's what these people were feeling, right? It was like this weird thing in the air, and that's why they think like they were and apparently like there's this other character, right? This Indrid Cole character. He was like trying to tell this other guy like there's a disaster that's gonna happen, and the researcher guy that was looking into Mothman, he thought the TNT plant was gonna explode. So he was trying to warn everyone, FBI, like all these people, like the local mayor, everyone. He was trying to warn everyone that this TNT plant was gonna explode because he knew some shit was in there, but it wasn't the TNT plant because like right after the bridge collapsed.
Oh, he knew some type of disaster
was gonna happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
crap.
but
did you guys look into the actual like architect of the bridge?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I would actually look into
Yeah,
that.
I didn't go
before
too
you,
deep
into the bridge. No, no.
I mean,
I didn't look up the bridge.
Yeah, I'd look at the architect before.
Or the
you
engineer.
just jump
Let's
to
not blame the
conclusions.
architect.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we're
that.
looking
Yeah,
some
you gotta
Mothman.
blame the engineer. I was gonna say
Because,
you gotta
man, some of
not get
those
the
bridges
architect.
that
You gotta blame
float-
the engineer.
Some of those bridges, what was it? That bridge that flowed in the wind that collapsed because it was like wiggling so much in the wind, and they didn't actually, what was it? Computate what would actually be considered with wind propulsion.
Wind loads.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
no, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna give a background. I do have a material science engineering degree, and yeah,
Oh, dang.
I do
Yeah.
believe
Flex
in the
on them.
scientific background on this stuff. But you know what? I'm more into Mothman right now.
Mothman exists. I
All right,
like
you
it.
want to believe that the Mothman exists.
Dude, I want to say something about
I
this
see
beer
it.
though, man. This is pretty good.
Yeah, this is the one I picked. So this is what is it called?
Sour
It's like
ale. Fog Ripper.
cable? Can you make sure
Fog Ripper.
Oh, is it not in? I'm so sorry.
this is the one I
Can you
picked.
hear me
This is
now?
bomb, dude.
There's another
Can
crowler.
you hear me now?
When we went to Monterey, KK bought it. She wanted to try it, but she's not here. We're gonna drink
Can
it.
you hear me now? It's all the way in now.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
But also,
I'm
yeah,
so sorry.
I'll be honest. I put in about 2 to 3 hours. I can't put in like 10 hours of research.
Oh, of course
We don't need
not.
10 hours, bro.
yeah, yeah.
It's
I'm just giving a good rundown.
It's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's do this, baby.
So, I'm gonna start getting to like the origin.
Yeah. No more interruptions. We'll
of
let you
where
do your
Mothman
shit.
probably came from. Besides, where he lives. So,
Ooh, okay.
in the town of Point Pleasant, people speculate that Mothman originated from a curse sent by Shawnee tribe leader named Cornstalk. Cornstalk and his group of warriors fought at Battle of Point Pleasant against colonial troops in 1774. He died in battle while cursing Point Pleasant, and this curse lasted for 200 years. So that's 1774 to 1974. So Mothman first appeared in 1966. Speculation that Mothman was
That's a
sent
long time
by
after.
Cornstalk. But guess what, guys? You guys are stupid. This is proven fake.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't fucking.
You thought that curse was real?
No.
Oh, I
Bro.
did because it was way too after
Bitch.
the
Bro.
curse.
I know real witches.
I know you-
That's not how curses work.
right after.
That's not how curses
I mean,
work.
Like I said, I'm not going to go into 10 hours of
My aunt.
research. I'm pretty sure if I digged into deeper on this, there's probably some ritualistic behavior, sacrifices, whatever. I'm not going to look into that. Because you guys could
You mean
probably be like,
satanic
You know,
shit?
but
no.
special guest Jeff, you guys should be researching on what kind of rituals you put in. Like, I'm not going to look into that. I'm just telling you. It was
I'm more believable on the fact that you said it's near Point Pleasant. I mean, is there a military research
that's
facility?
history, though. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look into it. This was from Dr. Emily Zarka.
Yeah.
So,
The curse
okay,
said- the-
Carlos may believe you, but I'm
No, the curse-
skeptic.
No,
It
the
was
curse say
70%
shit,
history, 30%, whatever you
I
want to
do
do.
30% is quite a bit.
So this is proven fake, the curse.
no. Yeah.
This story was originally added for dramatization in a play, but people were believing that Mothman may have originated from this curse.
The curse of Cornstalk.
Oh,
Cornstalk.
Cornstalk.
But dude, like I think like probably 90% of cryptids and shit in like the US, they tie it back to like Indian or Native American shit.
Isn't that kind of racist?
You mean like the Wendigo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's
Like
true.
what was it? Like that video game Until Dawn where they had the
Yeah,
Wendigo
that's the
as
Wendigo.
main antagonist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
All
for
right.
it.
So, well, let's get into the speculation of who or what Mothman is. Multiple theories of people trying to explain Mothman. Probably mistaken birds, a prank,
What?
or back to the Shawnee tribe, a curse.
Okay.
So let's go to something a little more realistic, since you guys are more realist. You guys don't believe
I'm a skeptic,
Mothman. So we're gonna look at the Sandhill Crane rumor. West Virginia University professor. Sorry, I'm a little tipsy from all this beer. December 1st, 1966. This professor claims people are confusing Mothman with the Sandhill Crane. So check this out, Coco. Check this out, Beer Buds Carlos.
I'll pull it up for you guys on the podcast too.
Look at this crane.
Check it out.
Look on its head. So the Sandhill Crane, wingspan of 6.5 feet, 3 to 4 feet tall, and has red patches around their eyes, spotted in West Virginia. So there's some speculation that people are probably seeing this bird just flying around their car. And when they see red eyes, they're actually seeing the red patches around their eyes.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but I don't want to knock the Sandhill Crane, but is it nocturnal?
I don't know.
I feel like
I'm not a bird reresearcher.
You know what? I feel like
I don't want you guys saying you guys should have put more research
No.
into a bird.
You know
Cranes are not nocturnal. Most birds are not nocturnal.
I'll
tell you that.
Owls.
Yeah.
Owls are nocturnal and so are bats, but I will have to say that
most
some
birds are
people
not.
are sleep deprived and they will fucking believe anything
You know
because
what?
they have hallucinations.
Coco, you brought up a good point. So
guys
those
just sound how
two young
crane
couples,
everybody.
when they were
Dude, that's a drawing.
Yeah, but it's a good drawing of it.
I'm gonna go back to.
You need like a comparison to a human, but
All right, so going back to the. Oh my god.
What is that?
All right, so that's the Sandhill Crane.
Yeah.
Beer Buds Carlos put on the podcast on the video feed.
That's not a real picture, though, bro.
that I mean,
They're gonna be like, these guys aren't legit.
I know.
we
need a real photo.
let me see Sandhill Crow. How about I look up a Sandhill crane compared to a human in terms of size?
that'd be great. Do they have that?
Probably. They probably do.
You put her own.
To say.
Here we go.
Continue, Jeff.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that is.
My God,
All
I'm
right, go
so
ahead.
drunk right now.
Go ahead, Jip Boy. Sorry, I found
Alright,
I
so-
found a better picture.
Going back to what Beer Buds Coco said, how these people are probably sleep deprived, hallucinating. When Roger, Linda Scarberry, and Steve and Mary Malik, when they're giving the first description to that news article feed in November 15, 1966, the police officer was saying that they were kind of like sleepy. They were in like a sleep stupor. That possibly they were hallucinating.
Well, they were smoking that
Obviously.
ganja.
Yeah, maybe.
Obviously.
They probably were smoking that ganja, driving down the road like
Getting fucked
trying
up.
to make up an excuse like
They
why
were
we're
on
driving
something,
dumb.
okay?
Like something
Oh,
was
yeah.
chasing us, man.
They were on something. They just don't want to admit that they were.
So the next theory where Mothman is probably seen or confused of is the mutation theory. So by that TNT facility that we were talking about, by was it Point Pleasant, West Virginia, they illegally dumped chemicals used, to clean the explosives, and so the land from the facility, it becomes that wildlife reserve that Beer Buds Carlos brought up, known as McClintock Wildlife Management Area. So, 1981, they started cleaning up all this red water seepage found in the area, and so it's been there. It's just they just started cleaning up in 1981. So, this whole time you got these chemicals. I didn't list what chemical it was. They brought it up in the video, but we're not chemistry engineers. Buffs. Yeah, we're probably not gonna even understand what it was. But anyway, you can see the river, red. River is red.
The Ohio River.
Yeah, and so what was it? Chemical mixture discharged directly into Ohio River, and it took. So this is a very, I guess, potent and long-lasting chemical because it took them until 1997, so 1981 to 1997 to clean up this chemical. And so some people are there's speculations that the the Sandhill Crane, they came around the Ohio River. They were seen around the Ohio River, and they believe that some of these Sandhill Cranes became mutated, some micro mutation, and just around that area, possibly this is what people are seeing, a mutated Sandhill Crane.
Ooh. I wanted. So then how come we see Mothman in Chernobyl.
That I don't know. Those are online rumors.
Wait, I didn't hear. What
So this is gonna be later on, but online there are rumors. There's disasters all over the world. People have seen Mothman present during these disasters, and so one of them was 9/11. Mothman was photographed in the smokes of 9/11. Allegedly.
I believe Fukushima as well, right?
I did not see anything regarding that, but I don't.
But that would be pre-1966.
No, that's.
Oh, there's a hole in
You can
your
see Reynolds Daniel. He is dumb about
No, that's
He's like,
Post. I'm talking about Fukushima. Fukushima.
Oh, the atomic bomb.
No, Fukushima was the
I don't know, dude.
nuclear meltdown in Japan.
Oh, with the tsunami.
tsunami.
That one. Okay.
Yeah, and then in Chernobyl, I think there's even been in Chicago.
Yeah, that's where people. We'll get into it, but yeah, that's where a lot of people are seeing sightings now. The Chicago area, and they don't know if Mothman is just one being or it's a species, and the Chicago sightings are just some subspecies of Mothman. So here's another thing, and this video by Dr. Emily Zarka, I think she made it seem like owls were the most probable culprit of people we're seeing in the Point Pleasant area is owls. And so these owls have bright red eyes when light is flashed into their eyes. And they call it that
red eye.
Yeah, they're calling it eye shine effect. And so you guys could see it. This is when light's
in
right
their
into
eye.
it. Yeah, bright red eyes, just like Mothman.
You get them in photos all the time.
Yeah, and so that couple originally in the first story, they were driving down the road towards this humanoid creature, headlights flashing directly into this creature, and all she recounted, no head, no neck, no arms, but bright red eyes, just like this owl that you see in this PowerPoint.
Yeah.
So this is just a barred owl. This is probably a probable culprit of what people are confusing the Mothman for in the area.
That's crazy, dude.
I totally believe that, by the way, because what the fuck?
Yeah, some owls could get big. If you want to Google harpy owl, those things are huge. Those are
How big are those?
Those are as big as a person.
Plus, I'm one of those people that doesn't believe in ghosts either, because I feel like it's something that that the mind is playing tricks on you.
Wait till we have our ghost episode, Coco.
We want there to be an afterlife.
Let's go, baby.
We want there to be.
I'm ready for that shit.
I'm
ready for ghosts.
Somewhat ghost existence.
I believe in that
so
shit.
we can continue on. That's what we want there to be.
I have a theory about
it
ghosts, so
doesn't
I believe in
exist.
ghosts.
Yeah, I don't believe specifically ghosts, but I believe there's some sort of energy that's
spirits or
emanated
some shit.
after we die, because
Carlos
energy
has an
goes
actual
somewhere.
equation.
Yeah, I do.
The whole
I've talked to
Final
it.
Fantasy,
I've
believe
talked
that
to
it goes
Beer
back
with
to
Daniel
Gaia.
about how this fucking equation works out. But go ahead.
So, and continuing on, another possibility of what Mothman was during this time, and this one's kind of weak one. The video kind of made it seem weak, was, teenagers, costumes. So this was a costume you see on this PowerPoint. I guess what was shown or being sold at the time, and it's a weak argument specifically because during the time,
Yeah, in 66.
how are they flying? How would that person fly along with the car?
I don't even think people knew what pranks were back then.
1966, no
In
pranks
1966,
existed.
bro. Come on.
I mean, they looked at the composition of the human skeleton and being able to fly. Our bones would have to be hollow in order to fly, just like birds, but we don't have that ability.
Yeah,
We
I don't think
We
this
just
is
don't.
the prank costume theory. I don't think it is a thing. I don't think how we could even fly 100 miles per hour. I could barely drive 100 miles per hour. So
Yeah.
Even to this day, I don't know how they got their Chevy to
Yeah.
go 100 miles an hour.
They're over exaggerating
66.
by far.
all right, and so the last one the video brought up was Mothman Prophecies. It's a book written by John Keel, in which he talks about how he's a journalist and paranormal investigator. He visited Point Pleasant in December 1966. His book focuses more on UFOs, Men in Black, and ultra-terrestrials. This doctor, Dr. Amelia Zark, she believes all this is bullshit, but I don't know.
She doesn't believe in Keel?
No, she doesn't. She tried to reach it.
Is she more of a cryptid standpoint?
No, she is fascinated with Mothman, but she's more on the scientific approach.
Even she's like saying it's bullshit.
I mean, she believes there's an explanation to Mothman.
Well, yeah, of course there's an explanation to it. Doesn't mean it's real.
Go for it.
But anyway, yeah, the book, film turned So this book and movie turned Point Pleasant into a tourist destination. So this is when it super blew up, I guess, in modern times. Most of the town, I guess, nowadays they don't believe in Mothman. And the video, they interviewed a local, and he was saying, yeah, if you ask anyone in Point Pleasant, they'll just say Mothman doesn't exist. But anyway, this moving book acted as a catalyst to the town having a museum, the festival, and a Mothman statue erected in the town. And I believe the video was saying that this town gets about like $10 to $20 million in revenue just from the festival and all this Mothman.
What the heck?
That's so much.
Yeah, they just embraced it.
Yeah, of course you would embrace it if you get that much money.
Did you want to add anything to the John Keel thing? You want to defend him against Amelia Dr.
I want to
Zarka?
defend John Keel just because he's my boy, man. No, I think where he's coming from, I think he wants to put in like a different like perspective. I think he thinks that Mothman is some sort of, I don't want to say alien. Alien's like a bad word for it. I think it's more like a
interdimensional being.
Exactly, because he was struggling with time. Like for him, time and motive is different. Because at least for in his book, he's trying to go over, I guess, what Mothman, or the idea of Mothman, and how it relates to like the bridge collapse. So I think for him, it was more of like, he wants Mothman to be this sort of savior and warning thing.
Like he saw the future. Mothman saw the future.
He saw the future.
It wasn't just like a feeling Mothman got.
No, and he wanted the people to kind of some sort of warning, but it didn't work out, obviously, right? And for him, there's like a bunch of quotes in his book and even in the movie that Richard Gere like says, and it's like apparently like it's a famous line. He's like, what are the motives of Mothman? And one of them's like, you won't understand because they're not human.
That's true. I understand. Yeah, because they say these interdimensional beings, we can't comprehend it because they're obeying the laws and physics of like a fourth dimensional or fifth dimensional laws of physics. And we're only bound to three dimensional. So how can we understand something that we aren't bound to?
Yeah, that's
That's where the feeling of uneasiness when these fourth or fifth or sixth dimensional beings manifest themselves into a third dimensional state. We feel uneasy because our body can't handle what type of energy they're emitting.
Yeah. It's like us trying to explain ourselves to an ant.
Yeah, like I was going to say a two-dimensional being, but there's no such thing as a two. Well, I can't say there's no such thing, but
I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
Carlos
No. I wasn't gonna say anything. I want you to finish your shit before I say anything.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so do you have anything else to add about John Keel and his book and movie?
No, that's it.
Okay.
It was awesome.
I personally did not watch or read the book.
I didn't read the book either. I just heard like a
Did you watch the movie?
4-hour podcast about it. I didn't watch the movie. No.
So even to this day, moving on, there's rumors of appearances of Mothman, and so these, I'm going to say, online rumors of Mothman appearing in disasters such as Chernobyl and flying in the smoke of 9/11. And so here's a photo.
Oh, you said Chernobyl, by the way.
Chernobyl.
I want to see this photo.
You know Beer Butts, Carlos? You're right. I'm sorry.
You said Chernobyl.
I'm tipsy right now. So this is Beer Buds Investigate, not sober people investigate.
So they're saying they saw him in the smoke of 9/11. Let me pull that up.
Just a freaking bird.
Hey,
that is a bird.
That's a big ass bird. Dude.
Benefit of the doubt.
Bird.
Benefit of the doubt. Continue, your boy.
Believe Beer Buds Coco. Believe.
No, I
Let's
don't.
go.
That is a bird.
That's Mothman.
Wait, I do want to say one other thing. I think
It's a
Dick
bird.
Cheney was
Okay.
involved
Where-
in
where
cahoots
was
with
Carlos?
Mothman.
Oh my! Do not incorporate Mothman with Dick Cheney.
Beer Buds
For
Carlos.
all we know, Mothman is
Look
a
at this-
good
look at this
being
photo.
warning us of disasters.
He was trying to warn Dick Cheney, dude.
warning Dick Cheney. All right,
Beer Buds
we're,
Carlos.
we're going on a slippery
Beer
slope.
Buds Carlos.
I'm not saying anything else. Beer Buds Daniel, he's a political one. People don't hate on me. I'm not political. I don't. want,
Do we know if this is Photoshop? This image of it?
hey, it could be
Show it-
Photoshop. It could not be Photoshop. You could just
Show
have
it,
faith,
show
man.
it to Beer Buds Carlos. Tell me that is not a bird. That is a bird.
That doesn't look like any bird
That
I've
is a
seen.
freaking
No,
bird.
because the reason I'm
It could be
asking,
whatever you guys want it to
yeah,
be.
Oh my
I
goodness.
I Google searched this as well
know what?
myself.
It could
So
be
there's like
Joe.
so many. Yeah, it could be.
Joe Mama.
I'm sorry. That does not look like a human at all. That
There-
looks like a bird.
There is a lot of images on here actually in terms of like the Mothman.
I think it's people who
let's
want
give-
it to be true.
let's give credit
but they're
to,
not, they're not looking at the facts.
Stephen Moran for taking this photo of Mothman.
Oh, nice. Good going, Steve.
2001, Stephen Moran.
Chernobyl disaster,
picture
frightening
of a
story.
bird.
So just so you guys know, there's a Chernobyl disaster, frightening story of the black bird of Chernobyl.
That's creepy, man.
So that's about the Mothman, and so they I guess they say
'Cause
that
they don't know what Mothman is, so they
Yeah.
call it a bird.
It is a bird. It's totally
So
a bird.
I think it's supposed. I mean, they have an image. Like they have. It came out on HBO. If you guys don't know, HBO has a TV series, a mini series on Chernobyl. So at some point, I guess they have a little Easter egg of the Mothman coming out in that mini series. By the looks of it.
Didn't you watch that show?
Yeah, but I didn't see no fucking.
I don't
Because
believe
people
for-
weren't ready for the truth.
Yeah.
I don't
But-
believe for 1 second that that is a human.
But just to throw it
That's
out there,
gotta
It's
be a
not
bird.
a human. It's Mothman.
I
You mean
don't
a humanoid?
I don't believe it's Mothman.
Just
It's gotta
to-
be a bird.
just to throw it in, Mothman sightings are an enduring mystery that began November 1967 in Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
1967 now.
I know. I think that's inaccurate, but more than 100 locals reported seeing what they describe as a 6-foot tall beast covered in hair or feathers with a wingspan of 6 to 10 feet and bright, glowing red eyes. Then in December, a chain suspension bridge across. That's the one he said about that killing 4 people.
What
Oh.
website is this? Beer Buds Carlos?
News.com.au.
Australia.
Yeah. But I'm trying to go to the Chernobyl thing. Some reported they saw the Mothman on the bridge. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the Mothman was also reportedly spotted in Germany on September 10th, 1978. That's not
Dude,
Chernobyl.
so this is international.
Yeah, when a mine collapsed in Freiburg, killed several miners, but more than 20 miners who were supposed to work that they were apparently scared away by the sight of a Mothman-like creature. So
he
20
saved
people,
them.
yeah, so 20 people did not perch at the entrance of the mine.
I want to see where Mothman was sighted, but
Yeah.
nothing happened.
This creature was known as Freiburg Schrecker, and now the Mothman is seen as a Grim Reaper appearing just before death.
Wow.
Of
Grim
course,
Reaper's not even seen as
Yeah.
like bad or good.
Yeah.
It's just a sign.
yeah. Of course, skeptics dismiss of Mothman as an elaborate hoax or an example of mass illusion. Coco.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm on that skeptic
Some
side.
believe the stories have actually been created by the Pripyat, which is if you don't know what Pripyat is, it's a city that was near Chernobyl that actually got evacuated, and a lot of people got cancer, radiation poisoning, etc. Pripyat is part of the Chernobyl disaster. So again, some believe the stories have actually been created by Pripyat authorities in a bid to prevent people from entering the radioactive area, as looters are still a security problem. Really? Wow.
I believe that.
Looters are crazy, man. That shit's so fucking. Have you guys seen that HBO miniseries? So I don't want to go.
No,
like,
I want to though.
you should. It's fucking insane of the ineptitude and the fact that people like just ignore things just because they think they're right. Like they don't take the advice of other people and they just like I don't know, narcissism. It's promotions. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I'm trying to go back into this to see where supposedly Mothman came out on Chernobyl. According to Maxwell, while some see the Mothman as a herald doom, others see the creature in a different light. That it seems to be a time traveler.
Well, that's
Really?
that's what Daniel was saying.
Of some kind that keeps returning to sudden, unexpected disasters. And for others, the Mothman is a completely supernatural entity that is drawn in like a moth is drawn to a flame. The Mothman or the Blackbird is simply drawn to the energy of disasters, or so the story goes, Maxwell said. So there you go. I guess, I mean, it doesn't say that it appeared at Chernobyl disaster. Besides the mine, it doesn't say that it appeared actually at the disaster itself.
And we want it to be real, but
It could be.
I'm very
It's like
skeptic on it
like a
being real.
tulpa where people believe it's real, therefore it becomes real.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like a fan-made character in a video game.
Like Slender Man.
Yeah, where it becomes real because so many people talk about it.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
All right, yeah, just to finish off. So recently, Chicago appearances, 20 recording, April to July 2017. People have been seeing it flying around the city. So,
Wow.
Chicago?
yeah.
2017, so that's 4 years ago.
Yeah, but
Any disasters in Chicago since then?
I don't know.
Nah, just a
That's
bunch of
long time
hipsters.
to go without any
Yeah, I got one.
sightings.
That's a disaster.
Citadel, the hedge fund shorting GameStop.
There you go.
Mothman is warning of a market collapse.
And who knows? Mothman might be dead by
I mean,
now. Who
I'll be
knows how
honest.
long he lives?
The Mothman thing
knows?
was a little interesting. Obviously, there's a lot of holes you could poke into any.
It's a phenomenon.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
Least you could say
yeah.
at least international phenomenon.
Yeah.
So,
Obviously, you can poke holes in any cryptid
Yeah.
or like whatever story like this, but it was interesting for sure.
yeah. So for my thinking of what Mothman is, I'm gonna go. I believe people have been confusing it with an owl, the barred owl.
You really think it's an owl thing?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
agree with that.
think it's an owl, but
A barred
I
owl.
like to stay a little skeptical because Mothman was near a government facility. It kind of reminds me of was it the Falcon from Marvel?
Or Area 51.
Yeah.
Imagine just Falcon, just some guy with wings flying around.
But a barred
But
owl,
Giving you pink eye?
dude, a barred owl is not big enough.
Okay,
But
that
check
pink
out-
eye
It's
was
not big
just,
enough.
that's just that person not
But
taking care of their
That's
face.
what I'm saying.
Like a
is
mutated barred
I
owl?
just think that's
No.
what people probably are confusing it with.
Okay.
That's the most probable. Whether Mothman exists to me or not, I don't think so. I think people have been confusing it with something, but who knows? There could be some sort of cryptid out there. I'm not denying that there might be a cryptid there or not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the higher chance is it's probably an owl.
Okay.
What do you think, Beer Buzz Daniel?
I don't know, man. I love the story, though. I'm captivated by the story, but I've never asked myself that question before.
Do you
But-
want it to be real? Do you want it to be real?
Oh, I don't know. It creeps me out, though, for sure.
Why?
Like if you saw Mothman just standing outside right here, this window.
Apparently, he
What'd you
tells
think?
you when things are gonna
A
happen.
disaster? Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
so
don't want to
shouldn't-
be the guy who he's telling this shit to, because I'd be freaked out, for
alright.
sure. If I see like a flying creature in the air at night and shit, I'll be like,
Hey, how's it going, Lou6969?
I don't know, man. I honestly think
Thank
it's
you. Thank you for commenting.
Hello.
it's probably like a bunch of fucking people that are really high. that are
Yeah,
seeing this shit.
I mean it's
Yeah.
especially because of the time frame. It's definitely like maybe people on mushroom shit, but
On
I think to
LSD.
confuse it with a barred owl, it's too short to be a barred owl. Maybe because of depth of perception,
I'm
like
just
they
saying
see
that's
it.
the most probable.
Yeah. They see it like really far away, right? Perception, right? So it's just perception that they see it really far away, right? They really see the like again. These people probably think it is a barred owl or a Mothman because they see it from really far away. So when it's really far away, you can't really tell. But they could have been really high for mushrooms.
Have you guys?
You guys seen movies the way they can play tricks on your
Movie magic.
yeah, exactly. Movie magic. They can play
Movie
tricks on the
magic.
size. Like it could be a kid
So
that's bigger than an adult male, but it's just because of the way the camera's like taking the picture,
that's why
recording
I don't
it.
believe in half of this this shit that is shown.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's why we're trying to get different perspectives.
I'm
No,
a
yeah, for sure.
huge skeptic in this, and I'm just like, you know what? This is someone
But
who was on something, or they had
No,
sleep
no.
deprivation, and they just foamed on in it, and they just got everyone else around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
agree
a
with
that's a
them.
possibility. Because the person interviewing that young couple, he was saying that they were kind of sleepy looking.
Yeah.
I would love it to be true, but then the problem with all of these things is that it's like what do you call when you interview someone? It's they're just recalling their own experiences.
yes,
Right?
yes.
So there's a big problem when you ask someone did you see,
Yeah.
because then you don't even know what the fuck you saw.
Oh,
So then
yeah,
you
they
make
might
shit
be in
up.
shock.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So that's a big problem.
This half of this
Okay.
shit is just made up in their mind.
So I gotta throw this in. The biggest reason why I don't believe in Mothman actually has to do with the mutation theory. How you can't call it a Mothman because let's say it is a mutated animal. The only way it could be a Mothman is it's a mutated human that somehow got spliced with a moth
It
or
was
like
just
a flying
named
creature.
that
Yeah.
Because the editor was just like, it just sounds good. Because at the time, Batman was so popular, so you like Batman.
But like I
Mothman.
said, with wings,
Yeah,
in order to
so-
fly with wings, you would have to have hollow bones.
Yeah, so
that's not possible
that-
for us.
so my point ends
Mothman
up
probably doesn't
being-
even have bones.
If Mothman does exist, can we agree on this? If Mothman does exist, it's a mutated animal.
It's an exoskeleton. For
I
him.
believe it's some sort of animal.
Yeah, it's a mutated animal. Thank you for subscribing, Lou696.
I don't
Hopefully you
agree
can check
with
us
that,
out.
actually.
Yeah.
You don't
I'd say
agree
it's
with
an interdimensional
You still
being.
think
You think it's an also? You think it's a time traveling?
I think
Super
it's some
being.
sort of time traveler.
What are they saying? They're saying it's a what?
They didn't say
He
anything.
said, "What the fuck is a Mothman?"
Yeah.
What the fuck is a Mothman?
All right,
Hey.
Mothman.
He
is-
just joined in. Thank you for following the Twitch channel.
Thank you.
Hopefully you could check out our podcast. We have a Beer Buds podcast also before we do After Dark. But yeah, we were talking about Mothman. Next week we're gonna do ghosts. I actually really want to do ghosts
I don't
because
know
I have
what
a
Cobra.
huge theory
It's
about
either
ghosts.
The Kukui.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Kukui.
I don't know though yet.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We're doing Kukui.
I don't think Chupacabra
Kukui
exists.
is?
As a Latino male who identifies as a
No,
Latino
but
male.
Dude,
Okay,
isn't that your
We're
thing?
getting ahead,
Yeah.
but Chupacabra, they were
Okay.
saying people are confusing it with some sort of like bat. You know?
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am Asian white, so I don't know anything about the. What is it that you were talking about? It wasn't
What accent? Wait, what accent are you trying to do? Like, what is?
What is a kukui? I don't have no idea.
We'll get into it. That's another
Chico,
episode.
me da mucho
Okay,
miedo.
all right, this is another episode. We'll get into that.
I do want to do ghosts though because I think it's a very solid theory if you believe in science and physics.
You're into phasmophobia. That's
No.
Oh,
Because
okay, all right.
Jeffrey Jeffrey actually kind of already hit on it in terms of like energy. It is an energy because if you believe in physics and science, etc., whatever it is, they've taught you this law about like how energy can either be created nor destroyed, right, or something like that. It's always just converted in some form, right? So like when we die, our energy gets consumed by animals and shit. But there's always like that small amount, I don't want to go too deep into it. I want to go into it when we go into ghosts.
Well,
But yeah.
yeah, from what I read, we look into energy bound to our 3 dimensions, but there is science showing that we see particles jumping between different dimensions. And that's been recorded, and that's kind of crazy.
Oh.
That's fucking.
Like ghost orbs?
No, just particles jumping between 3rd dimension, 4th, 5th, 6th dimension. So yeah, we'll get into it later. But
Okay.
Yeah.
just to conclude-
Shit.
Just to conclude, so Beerbuds Carlos believes Mothman was some sort of mutated animal, but
Yeah. At most, that's
at
it.
most, yeah. Beerbuds Coco, what do you believe Mothman is? Going off of this
I
episode.
think it's someone going off of a drug trip and trying to make money off
Okay.
of that drug trip.
That's true because
So the
that could be a
OG
thing.
guy?
Yeah.
Honestly, that could be a thing because this town gets $10 to $20 million in revenue
I
from
mean,
the
there
festival.
you go. There you go.
That's a lot of money for a town
Yeah.
that size.
But the thing is, the town don't believe in Mothman. They're kind of tired of it, but they kind of just accepted the fact, okay, this is part of our town now. We get money every year.
See, they don't even believe in it.
Well, dude, I'm down to go check it out.
I'm kind of down to go.
Right?
With this. So it's annual. Yeah.
That'd be pretty fun.
We should come into it with a
You're
costume.
just the suckers for them to take their money from.
Wow.
Yeah, you are suckers.
You're giving them that 10 million.
Yeah, you know they make a living off of you.
Coco, you sounded really drunk when you said that. That's why we laughed. That's why we laughed.
Entertained.
I slurred so many words there.
I was like, what?
I just finished my beer now. It's hitting me really hard. I'm sorry.
All
And
right.
so that's about it with Mothman episode.
Yeah.
We didn't go into
That was
too
cool.
deep of a dive, but just a general.
Yeah. Supposedly,
it was a nice dip.
yeah.
Nice dip into
Loved
toes.
it.
Mothman, according to you, is supposed to be an introductory into cryptids, because we didn't really explain what is cryptids, essentially,
I
the
don't know the
definition.
definition of it. Maybe you could Google it, but I just think crypt is like Bigfoot.
Yeah, just basically things that we don't.
We can't explain, but to me, my perspective, there's always a scientific explanation of what the cryptid is, what we're seeing, whether it be a mutation. Whether
So
it be
would
like a government.
cryptozoology be a cryptid? So,
No,
because
cryptozoology is the study of cryptids.
okay,
I'm sure there's a real word for cryptids.
Cryptozoology apparently is just a pseudoscience and subculture that aims to prove the
Pseudoscience,
existence
That's what I want to say.
of entities from the folklore record. But cryptid specifically is not that. Cryptozoology is just the study of it, right? Cryptid is an animal. Also, it'd be like Sasquatch. Also, it's just an animal of that folklore.
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
I think like
Got it.
Bigfoot may be just a mutation of some sort of animal
Oh my
that we
goodness.
know.
Yeah.
Or an interdimensional being.
Okay, but Beer Butts Daniel.
All right. I don't believe Sasquatch is an interdimensional being at all.
If you think Bigfoot is an animal, what animal do you think mutated?
Just an
Some
ape.
type of primate.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
It's
Huh.
It's a bipedal. Well, we'll get into it. That's another episode.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
'cause I was
that's
gonna say that
Mothman, so-
there is already evidence of Bigfoot being extinct because there was a bipedal
Ape?
Oh,
ape.
damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big.
gorillas,
Daniel with
silverbacks.
his
No.
knowledge
There was even
dropping.
bigger
Yeah.
than that.
Oh,
But,
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause-
the
and
Neanderthals.
other nations, other cultures, you got the Yeti, you got the Sasquatch.
It's true.
Yeah, so there's sightings all over, but that's why I'm thinking it's some sort of mutation / missing link.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, missing link. That's a good one.
it does make sense. I think Sasquatch can exist. I think Mothman can exist as a mutated animal, but definitely not as a man who got spliced together with a fucking moth.
No,
thing.
that was
Yeah,
never
yeah.
a theory.
No.
I
I'm just saying. It's just because it's add the man at the end of it, right? so
That's
it's a
just
little
what
weird.
they
Yeah.
That was just naming.
It's
people
like a- yeah.
people
It's for
like
the
the name of
paper.
Mothman.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Mason. Was it Mason Bird Monster? But
Yeah.
that didn't stick.
That was a shitty one.
Yeah.
I actually recommend, if you guys believe in Sasquatch, I recommend a video where they have these two hunters try to hunt Sasquatch,
Those guys are high though.
and they end up hunting each other.
What?
Those guys are really high.
We'll
But-
get into it later.
We'll talk about it later.
Let's
We'll show you guys the video.
This is supposed to be an hour.
But
Okay.
we'll end it. We'll let Japoipo here, Jeffrey, end the cryptid episode for you guys.
So that
for
was Mothman, guys. So I'm special guest Jeff.
Not really special guest because
Yeah,
you're
we'll
like
see.
you are the for the
Cryptid
cryptids.
man.
All right,
The
yeah.
cryptid, you're
Yeah.
the
Beer Butts
host.
Investigate member.
There you go.
Oh, Jeff.
Thank you, Lou6969,
Thank
for
you, Lou.
following us. And
Thank
make
you,
sure to
Lou.
follow, subscribe on YouTube, Switch. We are on Instagram. We do a beer episode, a review, and then we're going to start doing cryptid episodes afterwards. But yeah, continue on. Sorry.
What is my name is gonna be what is your name again?
He's got to think of his name.
This
Oh
is
my
Jeff.
God, dude.
I want a cool
You were
investigator.
drunk,
Spend some-
Jeff, it's
Take some time to think
Daniel.
about it. I got mine.
What is
I'm
yours?
skeptic investigator, Carlos.
All right,
Daniel.
my name is P.I. Dan.
There you go. I like that. Yeah, that's
Dan.
good. P.I. Dan. I like P.I. Dan.
We're
That's
not
pretty good.
really private investigators.
All right, let's go. Let's
If
go,
we were looking at
Coco.
private investigators, we're looking
No,
at
it's
people's
not
other
private.
lives.
You're incorrect. Paranormal.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
that's
okay.
good, bro.
Get your shit fucking straight.
That's
This is why women. This is why women can't do this. Have a great day, Lou 6969.
Dare go
We are
there.
not
Hey,
affiliated with Beer Butts.
You apparently couldn't think about paranormal. You went straight to private.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So anyway, again, this is paranormal investigator.
Yeah, Dan.
Nice.
Earbuds investigator Jeff.
Ooh, what did I say earlier? I didn't know what I
And
said.
Beer Buzz investigator Coco.
Ooh, I don't know what I said earlier.
Earbuds investigator Carlos.
No.
I like paranormal investigator.
This episode.
Whatever.
You're drunk.
Thank you for listening to us. We're the Beer Buds. Again, if you guys like this content, please hit the smash button, whatever the fuck those losers say.
They're not losers, they're
Just
popular.
push the fucking button, dudes. If you don't like it, that's fine. Subscribe, follow, whatever it is, whatever you're watching this on. If you're listening to this on Spotify, whatever podcast platform it is. This is Beer Buds After Dark. We do have the Beer Buds, which is the episode we filmed before this. This is our episode on the Mothman. Thank you for listening. And again, it's the Beer Buds with a Z at the end. Yeah, we appreciate it. And we're going to end this. I actually don't know what sound effects we do for this. But I think I lied. I think I know what sound effects we do with this, but we're going to do this first. And then after we do those, I hope you guys heard that. We're going to end it with a very skeptical goodbye, boys. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye, everyone.
This has been the Beer Buds After Dark.
Mothman's out there. Bye.
Believe whatever you want. Bye.
Why is this?
That was awesome, guys.